Hello and welcome to Daniel and Friends podcast, the show that explains the psychological factors. I'm your host Daniel, and we have a co-host today, Sebastian, and today we're going to talk about nature versus nurture. We'll discuss the ins and outs of how genetics or environment around you affects you more as a person, and offer listeners a special surprise at the end. Be sure to listen all the way through for details. Sebastian, what do you think nature versus nurture is?
I think nature versus nurture is how nature affects one's decisions due to how they look or how they act, and nurture is how one's environment changes the way they act, depending on where you live or who you talk with. Those are all very great factors to nurture.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you got the gist of it. Nature versus nurture is an ongoing debate as to which has a greater effect on one person's life. Like, nature is like genetics and physical appearance, characteristics of yourself, and nurture is like your environment, just like Sebastian said. And me personally, I feel that your environment has more of an impact on how you are, because you're born a certain way with genetics, yeah, but like you'll change as a person as you get older. You see more. Your environment will have a greater impact on you. What do you think?
Yeah, I think nurture would have a greater effect on a person because your environment will constantly be changing around you, and you would have to adapt. And it's also important to like change as you're getting older. You won't be seeing the same things your whole life, and sometimes that will change how you act. And
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I agree with you there, because like as you get older, you just view things differently, and you may have to change for the better, or you may even change for the worse based off what you see. And I mean, there's like many studies on it that show like 50% or like 49-51% on which has a greater impact on you. That's why it's an ongoing debate for many years. Like me personally, I've seen nurture. I mean, I've seen nurture have more of an effect on people, like from my personal life, because I mean, you just have to grow up differently from other people. Like maybe their housing isn't good, or like their family life, or like dealing with friends or something is like not the best, like, because they wouldn't really look at how they feel, like through genetics. They would look at how they live through their environment. What do you have to say to that?
I think I've personally seen nurture. I've had a friend. He grew up in a not very good environment. Didn't come from a lot of money, and was introduced to substances at a very young age. And I think it's due to his environment that he acts the way he does. If maybe he grew around better people, and maybe such things weren't like introduced to him as so young, he wouldn't act the way he does now.
I mean, yeah, I've seen it too, like how easy it is for your environment to affect you, like drug or alcohol wise. But I mean, personally, I'm not saying I'm affected by it, but it's very easy to be influenced by your environment. Like, peer pressure is a big thing. Like, those are the people that you hang around with that are peer pressuring you. So like you'll feel like it's okay, since like it's like a sense of comfort since they're doing it. But like there's also a big chance, like statistics wise, from a Donware habilitation, like they done tests, and most people are aware that addiction runs in the family, like between drugs and alcohol. you know, like nobody is really born an addict, but like, you know, you experience it. I mean, I've heard stories where like the parents would always drink before like the kid was born, like the dad, even like the dad or the mom, and it would affect the kid, and they would end up becoming like an alcoholic or like be addicted to drugs. I mean, both can be a big impact, but I say it's more 50-50 because like you could fight against it, or you could like fight against it since like it's genetics maybe, or you could like fight against it because it's your environment. Like you have a choice for both. And I mean, like there's no such thing as like an addiction gene that could be altered, but like I mean, I've heard stories, so like I believe that there is, you know. What do you think about that?
I think, yeah, both are very like they have a impact on people. Say your father or mother could be addicted to alcohol or just anything. They could be addicted, and that trait could be passed on to you or any of your siblings, and you could just be addicted to something, and addiction is never good. And I feel like it also has something to do with your environment. If the thing you get addicted to comes into your life, it's hard to break a bad habit, such as like gambling or maybe doing drugs or drinking. Those bad habits are really hard to break, and it could be just something, a trait that you have. It's just something that naturally comes into your life, or you could have been influenced by people around you, and they may have told you, oh, you should start drinking, or oh, try this, or oh, we should go to a casino every other weekend and like gamble our money away or something like that.
Yeah, like going back to like statistics again, like about studies. I mean, they've done twin studies right there, and like labs, you know, like universities. And twin studies have been conducted for more than 50 years, but there's still a debate in terms of how much variation is due to genetic or environmental factors. And, you know, both are important sources of variation between individuals, but, you know, I say, again, like tying back to like the addiction and everything, I say it's more environment because you have a choice. And, I mean, yeah, like, you choose how you want to live. Like, you know, you're either like a good person, bad person, you know, you're homeless or you have money. Like, I mean, like for some people, like the homeless thing is like different actually, but you know, like right there in the University of Queensland, a researcher named Bevan Benjamin from the Queensland Brain Institute collaborated with researchers at VU University of Amsterdam to collect 2,748 studies, and there was still a big debate after to whether which has a bigger factor. So, you know, it's like, you know, I guess right now it's like more your opinion until like more studies come out. But yeah, you know, and then going to the next topic, you know, like how it affects your personality. Like, I say that your personality is also affected more by environment, and I've seen it personally because, you know, like through my friend group, I say that, like, you know, before we introduce someone into our friend group, like he was like I say like he was a really good person. You know, he would never you know, criticize or nothing. He was just like, you know, happy with everything. And, you know, my friend group, like, you know, a normal friend group, like, you know, is different from the way he was. You know, like, I guess like more not critiquing, but like, you know, like I guess like meaner a little bit. And, you know, he's even said like he wanted to fit in, So you know, he changed the way he was acting. Like he said, like this is quoting from my own friend that it's called, the way we were introduced, like affected him a lot, because you know he wanted to be a part of us, like our friend group. So he had to change the way he acted. He said even if he didn't change the way he was, then he wouldn't be a part of it. You know, he's super nice. Like he's just like different. But you know, I say like I don't think we're like super bad people, but like the environment has made him like turn way differently, like way worse. Like it's just affected him for the worse, like super bad. And I mean, personality isn't really determined by a single gene, but I don't know if we really like influenced him to be the way he is. But yeah, like how do you feel like personality is affected by environment or genes?
I personally think that personality is affected by your environment. I could say for myself, I used to act different before I met like certain people. I also used to dress differently before I met people. Those certain people like influenced me to like change, but I think I changed for like the better. I definitely like the way I dress now. It's much better than what I used to wear. And the people that I've met, they're not terrible people. They're all good people at heart. And I think like the things they do, sometimes I do want to do, but I like to do my own thing. And yeah, I have my own goals that I like to pursue, so I don't let like other people change that.
Yeah, well, like you're easily influenced by like, you know, anything that's around you that you're interested in, like, you know, like people you talk to or anything. But I mean, I say that you know, nurture still has a bigger impact than anything else. You know, because there could be like many studies done that show like that people are being easily influenced by like, you know, drugs or their actions or anything. And you know, like it's not good, obviously, like because sometimes it could be for the worst. But I mean, if you're influenced by your nature, then I don't know, you just be differently from everybody else, because you know, obviously everybody's different, but like there's like certain like groups of people that, you know, like act the same because they're influenced by their environment. And I mean, like like tying back to like people that we've met, you know, they're influenced by their environment easily. You know, even random people, like, I mean, you could bring up like people a part of gangs or anything. Like, you know, some of them grow up in that life, but also some of the people are like introduced to it at a later age, because you know they just think it's like, you know,
Yeah, because like their friends and stuff.
yeah, their friends, you know, they think it's cool and stuff. But you know, all in all, I think that nurture impacts us more. And what do you think?
Yeah, I think nurture overall impacts us more, in my opinion. But like research could show that nature also has a big impact on us. I think nurture, in my opinion.
Yeah, let's recap on our show today by saying that, you know, stating it again for like the third time, that nature impacts us more, and that, you know, nurture has like, you know, obviously less of an impact, but like not really like a big impact on, well, how we live our lives. You know, if you'd like to learn more today, go to just search up like, you know, nature versus nurture. You read about all the studies and everything. And that's our show for today. Thank you.